In section 5 here, I'll cover some tips, tricks maybe, for developing and iterating on your core curriculum. I've offered several times already this concept around not letting perfect be the enemy of good, or good enough. It might not be perfect. It might not be 100%, but 80 is 80% more than what existed before you created this thing. And so really not letting perfect be the enemy of good. It's an internal resource. And the value that you get from it will probably far exceed that extra bit that you would get if you sort of pushed from 80 to 100%, and the time that it would take and the resources that it would take. So really thinking about this as you go through, not letting perfect be the enemy of good. I've covered a couple of these things as we've talked through the creating and how to make it evergreen or evergreener. How do you make this last longer than, like that example I've used around the org chart. Thanks for recording that video. The next day it's out of date. So how might you do these things in a way that creates a longer lifespan for the video or videos that you're recording? The first thing is to, again, break it into smaller sections. This is where, like, if you realize you're trying to cover too much in one section, how does it break? So rather than creating a video that covers travel and credit cards, create those into one that covers travel, that references credit cards, but doesn't cover how do we actually use credit cards. So think about, like, how can you break these into smaller videos, smaller 5 to 10 minute videos? And again, if it gets up to 15 minutes, it probably needs to break after that. So break it into smaller sections. Another way I've covered in how to make it evergreen or evergreener are using transcripts and overdubbing. This is a great way to keep it updated, where get something in the can, use it, but if it's a product that's maybe quickly developing, you're going to want to wait. Like, people want to wait. Well, let's just wait until it's ready. But like, you never get around the corner to when you record it. So like, what's happening is people don't have the information, and they never get it because it's never ready. So just explain it for how it works right now, and then create a transcript that can be updated, and then overdub and layer on a slide to cover up if you do have people speaking on camera. Again, I've offered refraining from using precise numbers or using a date to attach it. As of spring 2023, we have X number of members or X number of customers, rather than saying we have X number of customers without dating it to someplace in time. I also like to use the word currently, especially when introducing someone in an organization that maybe their titles are changing quickly. This organization is one where titles change quickly. So, or someone's getting promoted. So rather than saying this is so-and-so, the development manager, and then the next month they get promoted to be the director of development, just say who currently serves as the development manager. And so it gives you that flexibility to not have to go back and replace that stuff right away. Another way to make things evergreen or evergreener are to use the comments section. So if you're using YouTube as the internal resource, you can use the comments section for updates. So updates to this video include these 4 bullet points. Or if you're using Squarespace, another way to create updates to that. You might also link to, maybe here's the new deck for, so this video about this product is now starting to be historical in time. Here's the deck to the recent developments that we made. So you'd see this a lot with software development, right? Where, or app development, where it used to work this way and now it works this way. So rather than keep doing this over and over and over again, you might just say, here's the sheet of what's changed. So this is also one of the places too where you can link to other resources. So this is where you could say, this is just an overview video. This isn't meant to be like an in-depth video about this thing. It's an overview that's giving you sort of the broad sense of what it is, and then link to the pitch deck, and then link to the article that someone wrote about the thing. And so really using that comment section and links to make it evergreener.